Hello friends, in last lecture we discussed the 4-level laser. In this 4-level laser, how can be various types of pumping processes of population inversion can be working according to that of the energy level schemes. So now today we discuss the continuation of this 4-level laser point. We can study from equation first and second, obtain the R2 minus W32 in bracket N3 minus N2 bracket close minus N3 A32 is equal to 0. In this manner we can be derive the equations of expression. We get the population inversions and the stimulated population inversions in the levels of N3 and N2 according to that of the stimulated emissions processes can be takes place. So, the equation second will be represents R2 minus W32 in bracket N3 minus N2 minus N3 N3 A32 is equal to 0, and that will be represent the equation second. In this equation we can derive the population inversions in a high energy level to lower energy levels according to that of spontaneous and stimulated processes. The stimulation emission can be takes place according to that of the levels. So, R1 plus W32 in bracket N3 minus N2 plus N3 A32 minus N2 A21 is equal to 0. That will be represents the equation number third. In this equation we derive that the population inversion schemes according to that of levels, we get the stimulated and spontaneous emissions can be takes place that symmetric phase of difference in that of manner N3 A32 and minus N2 A21, that will be these two phases will be represents that equal formation of 0. So, that will be represent the equation third. Second and third we get adding that this equation we get R2 plus R1 is equal to N2 A21. That is the pollution inversion processes takes place that of the higher energy level to lower energy level. So, since we can be defined R2 greater than equal to R1. In this way we can prove that R2 is equal to N2 A21 and N2 is equal to R2 by A21. So, these two expressions will be defined as the same mannerly. R1 R2 is equal R1 plus R2 defined as the equations of same N2 A21 formation. So, we get from equation second and 4 we get R2 is equal to W32 plus A32 bracket close N3 minus W32 R2 by A21. This is the processes of the emissions can be occur according to that of the stimulated and spontaneous emissions, the lasing action do in the formation of asymptomatic the laser actions can be takes place. So, we get the R2 is equal to that expression. So, in population inversion level of 3 is equal to N3 is equal to R2 of 1 plus W32 upon A21 and second bracket 1 upon W32 plus A32, that can be derived the equation fifth. These expressions will be derived according to that of the energy levels and population inversion schemes can be takes place. So, we get the N3 minus N2 is equal to R2 of A21 plus W32 upon A21 in bracket W32 plus A32 minus 1 upon A21. In this manner W32 is equal to A32 we can be derived in last expression. So, that will be the N3 minus N2 is equal to R2 of 1 minus A32 upon A21 divided by W32 plus A32. That can be expression derived from 6. We get the N3 minus N2, this will be R2 will be defined as the 1 minus A32 and upon A21, and similarly we get the expression W32 plus A32. This will be the expressions will be derived. We get in this equation we get common A21 will be derived in that manner. From above equation we can be derived that get N3 population inversion of higher level to lower level means N3 minus N2 greater than equals to 0. So, if we get the formation of A21 greater than A32, so we get the expression of as we define that the A21 is equal to 1 by time period of 21 and A32 also defined as the 1 by time period T32. So, this will be represents the similar manner of the time inserted time period inserted of that the symmetric formation of that laser action. So, that will be the time laser action defined as in that manner. So, next expression we can define it is conditions from the population inversion. It is a very important conditions can be defined that population inversion schemes in the form of time period T21 less than equal to less than T32. So, that will be the conditions can be dropping the energy level of E2 and population inversion can be takes place from energy levels of E3 and E2 levels. So, that will be the that can be takes place below the threshold and stimulated transition rate can be occurred. So, in this way we get the W32 is equal to 0. So, population inversion higher level to lower levels can be generated. N3 minus N2 is equal to R2 of 1 minus A32 upon A21 upon A32. This will be the conditions can be continuously generated up to the threshold frequency can be occurred, and that of the levels of threshold levels can be continuously generated. So, in this the population in threshold level NTH is equal to derive in bracket N3 minus N2 TH. So, it will be represent that RTH in bracket 1 minus A32 upon A21 upon A32. This will be defined as the equation number 7. That expressions we define the threshold level frequency of that population inversion scheme. So, this will be the A32 less than A21. So, in this manner we can prove that the population that will be the A32 is less than equal less than A21. So, 1 minus A32 upon A21 approximately the ratio can be derived 1. So, this will be represented RTH is equal to NTH A32. and this expression another form we can represent also, RTH is equal to NTH upon time period 32. So, this will be expression represents the 8. So, in this expression we get the equalization formation derived the threshold levels of that conditions will be occurred. In that stimulated and spontaneous emissions can be takes place in that 4 level laser scheme. So, from equation 8 we can be represents that NTH is equal to 8 pi V 0 square time period 32 gamma TH del V upon mu square. So, that will be derived the equation number 9. In this equation we get the threshold population inversion scheme due to the in this expression the gain of V 0 due to the population inversion is large, and it will be balance the cavity of cavity losses of resonance. So, that will be can be occurred in the formation of the steady state conditions occur in population inversion level N3 minus N2. So, that can be equal to the pumping greater than that of the threshold frequency will be occurred in that manner. So, that increase in the population inversion in that level N3 minus N2 in that can be takes place the stimulated emission of increasing of stored energy with within the time of that cavity of resonance can be occurred. So, in this manner the population inversions can be do the gain of frequency of cavity losses. So, next will be defined the hence we can be prove that in that expression N3 minus N2 remains equal to that of threshold frequency of NTH. So, that atoms we raised into the level E3 absorbs the amount of energy level of E3. The ground state to up to excited states raising the energy levels of atoms will be generated in the form of lasing actions. The pumping power per unit volume required to that of the threshold value. So, this pumping value PTH represents PTH is equal to NTH upon time period of 32 E4 of energy level that will be represent the equation number 10. So, it can be represents the we get the from last expression of 9 can be proved that the PTH means pumping power of threshold is equal to 8 pi V 0 square gamma TH del V by mu square E4 energy level will be represents in the formation of expression 11. Hence, we can in this way we can be prove that the how can be 4 level laser action do in the formation of the stimulated and spontaneous emissions can be takes place, and that will be the threshold frequency what can be generated according to that of pumping powers level scheme. So, thank you.